Pinball, the 3-on-3 game where your only goal is to collect 10 tokens. Doesn't matter how many tags you get, doesn't matter how many times you get tagged. You win by having 10 tokens on your team. I think you have to hold them for 15 seconds or something like that. It says a few seconds there on the screen. Believe me, when you're holding them, it's not a few. So let's have a look at my loadout. The first blaster I use is the Echo. I use the Echo because of its healing ability. And I've got it leveled up. It's just a nice all-rounder. I take the Echo into most battles, if I'm being honest. So you can see here it's got the ability where every time you do a bit of damage, you heal a bit. And it's also got that nice 18 dart clip. Nice all-rounder. Nothing much to write home about really. Does the job. Next is the Mega Mastodon. This is my big legendary weapon. I'll be honest, I spent a little bit of cash to finish leveling this thing up. I got it to level 7 naturally. Bought a bit of a boost just to get it to level 10 because honestly, until you get it to level 10 and you unlock that second ability, it's not that great. So first, if you're not moving, you do a bit of extra damage. Well, you're usually moving, but it's that reduced damage from the front which really makes a difference. It's got a really high rate of fire. It's got a huge clip at 24, big knockback, 12 knockback, that's amazing. And its healing's alright as well. Movement speed's quite low, but it is a heavy blaster. So yeah, I tend to switch to this once I've been tagged. I don't start with it. And then finally, the star of the show is the 3. So this blaster is absolutely fantastic for what we're doing with it. It's quick. It's got an 8-round clip. It does decent damage, got decent speed. But the real reason to use this blaster is this ability here. Healing kicks in twice as quick as other blasters. It starts healing fast and it heals very quickly. That is really the primary number one reason we bring this in. You can see that it's also got a faster reload, which is helpful because when you have tokens, you tend to empty that clip really quick. So 8 clip, 16 movement speed, it's got a good healing rate, it's got really good hit points, and its auto shoot range is not bad either. It's better than most rifles. It kind of looks like a shotgun, but it behaves more like a rifle really. Okay, so that is an overview of the setup. The only other thing to draw your attention to is the power card, the Dino power card. So it's an epic rarity and it increases your speed and damage by 50% for 6 seconds and then that levels up. I've not managed to level it up and it's the speed we really want. So that's an overview of my setup. Let's jump into the games. So we're entering the pinball arena and we're going to be using the 3 blaster utilising Dragon Power for its speed and healing ability. So as soon as the game starts, first thing I'm doing is I'm hitting the Dragon Power, speeds me up. This enables me to run forward, get the first 2 tokens and return to my base of safety without dying. So you can see, reloading, already the healing's kicked in, that's why this blaster's so good. And we're going to defend from here. So we've got one enemy coming in, so we'll just take that person out. Wait, what just happened there? The judge? What? Ah yes, the judge, the legendary blaster, holds 30 darts, fires 3 at a time, hits really hard, so this is at level 1 because I've not got it. That's 3 times 875 damage each time it hits with 6 knockback. So you saw when I got hit the first time, it blasted me off into the air. Yeah, that's tough to compete with. Okay, we know what we're up against, so we're going back in with our Mega, and there he is with our tokens. So you can see we've got much less knockback because of this nice heavy blaster that we're using, some knockback of our own, we get the tag, take him out, and now that judge that he was using will take a long time to cool down, so we don't have to worry about that immediately. Now we can just rely on our Nerf nade and our nice big clip size, along with our high rate of fire, and we'll lay down the law. However, we need to get more tokens, so here comes the fight. Now thankfully in this game I had teammates also collecting. Sometimes when you go into pinball you're the only one doing it. I suspect sometimes when you're playing with bots, the bots don't necessarily prioritise collecting the tokens. Okay, so you can see I've got 2 in pursuit here. I'm reloading, running away until I can turn around and fight back. I get a little bit of healing, but not enough. And thankfully, my teammates have done a really good job of collecting the rest of the tokens. Nerf nade there stops the incoming attack. So now all we need to do is survive for 3 seconds. Quite easy when you're hiding out. And there we go, nice easy victory. So even though we got caught off guard by that judge blast in the first instance, we made a comeback and we won the match. Okay, our next match takes us into Pinball Arena 2. This one has 3 tunnels down both sides, which if you get stuck in them can make you a bit of a sitting duck. But likewise it can also give you quite nice cover from sides. So as before, we start straight away, Dragon Power on the 3, we run forward, we collect our tokens, and then we make a hasty retreat through the tunnels. And basically the idea is we come back to our base, we want to defend here, pick up another token that somebody's dropped. So this is one of the things that inexperienced players do, and you will see later in the game. Some of my teammates do it, is where they collect tokens and then they charge over to the enemy side, get themselves tagged and leave all the tokens there for the enemies to collect. Not a great strategy, don't know why people do it. So you can see we're now carefully controlling the middle. This is where the tokens spawn, and just in case you're wondering, yes, if you fall in that hole you will get tagged. it does happen, and sometimes when you're running away backwards you forget it's there and then you drop all your tokens, you feel a bit stupid. So here unfortunately I need to retreat. I wanted that token but I'm on my own, I've got limited ammo. Thankfully my far forward teammate there managed to do a bit of damage, so I've got to go in and collect it. But as you can see, they're both running forward and then they're just depositing the tokens that we've collected onto the enemy side. Not smart. No, thankfully, neither's the enemy, and they're just bringing them right back across to us, so we get to move up forward to the middle. And now this guy's got low health, we can take him out, just avoid that hammer. The hammer does a fair bit of damage as well as knockback. And as you can see now, we've got all the tokens we need. We've got a judge coming at us again, but thankfully we've got a bit of protection thanks to the nice heavy blaster that we're using. If we were on the feet, and there you get tagged by the pinball. It does happen, and with a slow moving blaster it's not great. I've gone straight back in with this because I want to get to the tokens ASAP. Pick them up, and now all we have to do as a team is defend for a few seconds. Best thing to do is just hide behind the scenery so that if anyone's got a sniper or anything like that they can't take you out. And then you just sit, and there's your victory. Nice and straightforward. So that is my least favourite of the 3 arenas. Just is. Don't know why. Just don't like it that much. I don't know why I said 3 arenas. There's 4. Here's arena number 4, which also happens to be my favourite. And with a little bit of luck, you will find out why that is. So we start in on the right hand side. As per usual, first thing we're doing is we're going in for that advantage with the speed. In we go, collect tokens, there's 1, there's 2, and then we're straight back to our side. So the reason I keep running back, I'm saying defend over here, but really it's because if I get tagged, I want the tokens to be where I spawn, and it happens frequently. It's also just a good place to defend at your own base, because if you get rushed by the enemy and your teammates get taken out, they will also respawn there. So this guy here has got the Titan that is emptied a clip of 50 without tagging us, which is really nice. That's good evasion. Unfortunately, getting stuck on the scenery there, we take a bit of damage and we get tagged, but not to worry. come back in with our Mastodon, and look, there's all our tokens waiting for us. Lovely. And there was somebody else who decided to bring tokens over to our side. So you've noticed I use the Nerf nade with the Mastodon. Like, it's heavy. The whole point of this is to just lay down heavy fire, plenty of knockback. You know, you're really kind of almost playing the tank role. My least favourite thing about it is the long 4-second reload, but you know, it has to have a downside. It can't be just all good. So we've got the tokens. Now here's the secret about this map: you can run in to the little tunnel on your side and hide. I've got no idea what it looks like from the outside, so normally just stay there. Now unfortunately the enemy took a token when we had a second to go, so we need to come back out and just make sure that we capture that. So again, doing a bit of damage. One of our teammates is running forward for that next one. Pinball's coming in and wrecking house. Okay, so we reload and then we're going to head back to that tunnel, and I'm just going to pick this up on the way, and that way if my teammate gets killed, I've still got most of the tokens. So yeah, we can just hide here, and there we go. So I am a little hesitant to kind of put that out there. I feel like that little hidey hole is my little secret, but it's fine because, as with the name of the title, nobody's watching.